Well, good morning, my beautiful YouTube family. All the glory to God as always. Well, as you can see, I am down here in Iowa for the day. I am, as you can tell, my voice probably just, I am just beat tired. Please bear with me on this video. It's going to be kind of multifaceted, so to speak. I am meeting the gentleman that's cash renting this land here. He's got soybeans in here. I haven't been down here since he sowed these beans in, and they look pretty darn good for not having any chemical on them. So good for him. But anyway, I got some business to do with him quick, and then I got to make the 9-hour trip back up. So I apologize if it sounds like I'm rambling, but I'm not. I've been working my ass off up at the house in Minnesota, clearing out the lane. My wife has got it up her wazoo that she wants to asphalt or blacktop our lane before winter this year. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm down with that or not. But anyway, I've been clearing rock and trees and stuff like that out to make it possible if it is a go. So a little bit of background of what I've been doing. So I'm just been working like a pack mule. So multifaceted. I'm gonna freestyle so to speak, a 8-page email that I received from a gentleman and his wife that frequent the LBL like nonstop, and he was born and raised in Paris, Tennessee. And he works for, I think it's a sand quarry or a rock quarry there that's in Paris, I believe, or right outside Paris. And he grew up there. His family has. They just always been in the Paris, or I think he said Lake City area, if that sounds right. So the land between the lakes isn't just a place they visited. Is basically their playground and still is. His wife and him do spring turkey hunting and deer hunt there. And his wife, this is going to be very interesting. His wife is actually a biologist or a botanist, and she works in Paducah, Kentucky for one of the universities. And they want to remain anonymous simply because of what she's working on right now. And she has actually found a extremely rare flower within the land between the lakes that was only thought to be growing, well, primarily in Kentucky. I mean, this flower isn't found anywhere else but Kentucky, but they thought it was only in 2 counties, Jefferson County, and then there's one other county, I think it starts with an S. It's escaped me, so I apologize. So anyway, this is a rare, I guess, night blooming flower. It only comes up out of the earth at night. And I don't know if it goes back down in or what, or how exactly it works. Like I said, I'm kind of freestyling this, so if I butcher it, I apologize, and let me know. I don't want to put any words in your mouth or take any away from what you wrote me, so please do so. Don't hesitate to correct me. But anyway, she has been doing this for well over 20 years, and she has been going down to the land between the lakes for at least that. And no disrespect to her, she's only 4'11", but and there's a reason. I mean, somebody with that stature, you think, would be afraid to go down within the bowels or the depths of the land between the lakes, be afraid to do that by themselves. Well, it's her job. That's what she does, and that's her job. And she has been doing that primarily alone for all those years. And she has never, ever experienced anything out of the normal. And she's had to go down there in the complete dark before, because she'd go down, she'd find whatever these invasive species were as far as plants or flowers that bloom at night, and have to wait for them. And she'd literally turn off her headlamps or whatever light source she had and would sit there in the dark. Not a lot of grown men would do that, okay? Researchers or otherwise, they just wouldn't do it. And until she, until the flower blooms or comes up from the ground, whatever. But she's never felt threatened down there. And she goes, it's just normal when you're in that type of environment to feel like something's watching you or something's, out there or whatever. But she goes, the reality of there is. I mean, there's wild animals watching you all the time, be it a ground squirrel, like I always say, and she actually had said that, it could be a ground squirrel, it could be a deer. She said that even feral hogs run at night. I didn't know that. She's seen them run at night through the LBL, just making horrible squealing and screaming sounds. I mean, chills went down my spine. This is what people could be hearing. Busting through the timber. I had no idea. I mean, not that I'm a feral hog expert by any means, but I know wildlife. I know real, domesticated hogs. I mean, they squeal and bump, and they're up all hours of the night too. So it sounds plausible. Are people hearing these? Could be. But she said she's never heard anything out of the normal. She's never thought she's been followed or pursued by anything. And the same with her husband. Just as all the years that their family's been there, they've heard the stories. They've heard my story. Not that they necessarily agree that it's true. And you know me, I don't bust balls because of people's opinions or beliefs. I mean, why should we? But they said that he has never, and his family has never run across anything within the LBL. The only thing that they have seen, that is, in which I've said, I truly believe if there's anything within the LBL, it's spiritual. They've seen what they think is a woman, a female, floating, in not just one place, but throughout the land between the lakes. So they don't know if it's several of them or just this one entity or whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. But the two times he has seen this entity was right over the canal bridge on the Trace Road. And another thing, and he said he really wants me to drive this home to my friends and other people that are down there quite a bit. There is a bear population down there. It's not huge, but there is bear. And he said you can fight with the DNR and the conservation and no, there isn't, or just people in general that don't want to admit that there's bear down in that. There is, I guess. I can't say either way because I don't know. But at one point, because he travels back and forth on the Trace Road, hauling, sometimes 24 hours a day they haul, depending on what the project is. And he's seen bear. One literally stood up, a small one, stood up right over the canal bridge, not too far from there on the Trace, stood up on his hind legs, turned around, looked at him coming, and literally walked across the Trace Road, got down on all fours, and then went into the woods. He said it would be so easy for somebody that was at a farther distance mistake that for a Sasquatch or a dog man or something like that. Now, with that being said, he doesn't want to step on anybody's toes either and make them mad and say, well, that's what you're seeing. But it's plausible to me, and you know my thoughts. I don't want to throw the terminology out there, my brothers, my sisters, just to be saying it, because I really feel that they are my extended family. I really care for them, and I love them in Christ like they are my brothers and sisters. But, I don't know. I just do not believe that there is anything, down within the LBL that is, that's cryptid. They're quote unquote cryptid or humanoid like that. There would just be something by now. And yeah, I know, like Barton is just getting massive amounts of evidence and more power to him. I mean, he's doing a great job. He's doing what nobody else is doing. And I've said this before, why he hasn't got national recognition for a lot of this, I don't know. Or maybe they're watching and just not saying anything. I don't know. But, you like anything else, you see the criticism, and there was on a different website. Well, you can plainly see in the second photo, I guess it's a deer's face. It's got the eyes. You can see the elongated nose. You can kind of see the the kind of the little split in the lip or whatever like that. So I don't know. I haven't looked at it close enough, but I'm sure Bart would know the difference between a deer and something else by going through his pictures. But everybody has their own opinion, and they're tied to that. I mean, it's just a fact of life. But here's my thing. And I got to put this out there, people, especially to my brothers and sisters that I've come to love and consider my family. I have predicted many things that have come true, and this ain't patting myself on the back. It's just a fact. I mean, you guys know it. You've admitted it. It's not a coincidence. There's a reason why I know these things before they happen. No, I don't have a crystal ball, and I don't, nothing like that. But I just know when things are going to happen, and I know before they were going to happen. That's why I told people sometimes 6 months in advance, this is going to happen, this is how it's going to play out, and this is going to be the end result. And it's never failed, people. Never failed. But I have a bad gut feeling that something's going to come uncorked at the Land Between the Lakes. And here's the reason why. She's tired. She's tired. And I know that's going to sound corky. No, I'm not drinking. I'm not on drugs. But she's just tired of what's going on within her. And her, I mean the Land Between the Lakes. Because I do believe it's a one giant, massive spirit. I know that sounds crazy too, but she's tired. She wants to be left alone. She wants some peace. And I know there's going to be people that are going to say, well, you're trying to stop people from going down in there. Absolutely not. I literally have no ties to that place other than what happened to me. I have no say-so over anything. Nothing like that. I'm not that arrogant. I don't feel I'm that entitled like some people do. But I'm just saying, the people that I know that I've become good friends with, I've forged friendships with, please be careful. It has nothing to do with anything cryptid going to get you, any human being down there. I mean that could happen on a daily basis. That could be within your own group. I mean, there could be people within your own group that are have malicious intent. You don't even know it. Take that and think about it as well. But something is going to come uncorked within the Land Between the Lakes because she's tired of being fucked with. And I have a bad feeling. I've had this bad feeling for probably a month now. I normally don't have bad dreams, people, but I don't want to get into it. I don't want to try to explain to it, but my friends, please don't think I'm lost my marbles, my cheese has slid off my crack or whatever. It's just, I have a bad feeling that something, I don't know if somebody's going to accidentally get hurt, or worse, but something is going to happen to somebody we know. And I don't mean that specifically, I'm just generalizing. And it's going to keep happening. Please, don't throw this out with the dishwater. For once, I do not want this to come true or come to pass. But she needs to be left alone. She needs her peace. There's things being stirred up within the Land Between the Lakes, and I don't mean cryptid, obviously, or inhumanoid, that you don't know that you're stirring up, and you're not doing it maliciously, or you're not doing it on purpose, but it's happening. And there's going to be a bad outcome. I was going to actually call all my individual friends that go down there and tell them this, but I figured I'd just put this out to anybody that goes down there and does this, just for safety reasons. Again, I want to say this like a broken record. You're not going to get attacked by any cryptid or anything like that. Just not going to happen. But something, I don't know, is going to go on if she's not left alone. Please think about that. Please. it's been eating at me for over a month now, and if nothing happens, that's good. That's great. I hope it doesn't, but I feel like I need to tell, especially my friends and the other, public that may listen to me or may get this secondhand. Give the land between the lakes a rest, please. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope this gets through to some people. I really do. Not much worries me, but this worries me. God bless. Godspeed. And we'll chat again.